Yo, today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Your online activity should not be public, so protect yourself at expressvpn.com/achievement.
That I didn't notice, bro? I didn't see it.
Drinks all around.
Theft.
Oh.
My,
Plead the fifth.
Okay.
But don't plead to us, plead to them.
Hey, what's up?
Seriously?
I'm Michael. This is Off Topic. Sponsored by ExpressVPN. Watch out. Someone will get you if you don't use ExpressVPN. Go to expressvpn.com/rttv. See that save, Tyler? Because the message, the read you sent me didn't show up. So I winged it.
Yeah, but you pointed
Hey.
out the same.
Could have fooled
winged
me.
it.
That
I
was
winged it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I was like,
Right,
man,
yeah,
this is
right, yeah.
No,
Mike on a
this was me refreshing, looking for it, going, yeah, whatever.
That's me
hey,
doom scrolling.
This is yeah. Oh no. Oh, there, got it. Hey, this show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Stop putting your online data at risk. Get protected at expressvpn.com/rttv. That was just to show you the difference in what text and on the fly is.
Like, I saw no difference. The improv was impeccable.
Thank you.
Couldn't
Thank
be
you.
packed.
I'm Mikey. We got Lindsay.
Hello.
We got Trevor. We got GoofyWise joining us today. Thank you for being here. And Alfredo Diaz.
Yeah. They got first and last name.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah. I was going to say something else and I just trailed off.
Yeah. There was like a half-second pause there, and I was like, this could go south.
Now,
Yeah.
Mr. Wise, have you enjoyed your visit since we have Mr.
Oh.
Mr. Diaz's opinion?
Dang, bro. You were just on the stream 10 minutes ago. If you were watching SDF.
How'd you teleport?
Oh my God.
Yeah, what were you guys playing? Some Jackbox?
Yeah, playing some Jackbox, had some good times, bro.
It's a great way to get to know people.
Yes.
It's also a great way to start hating everybody that you love. You know what I mean?
Immediately get in there and start hating people.
It's like, oh, hi, hello, fuck you.
Whoa.
There's some. Is it the TV that we're looking at?
Yeah, the TV's
that's
crooked.
or is it like the cameras are like super like?
I think it's the
artsy,
TV.
like-
Look,
I said it was a Dutch angle.
I'm not looking at this TV.
no,
think
I
it's
get
wrong.
what you're saying, but you.
The preview monitor.
It's this
Sorry.
too. Don't worry
I'll
about
stop
it.
talking.
Trevor's
about
talking, and then broadcast is answering, and there's many monitors, and none of it really matters.
I
to
do
me.
want them to move it.
Unless
just so
the
we
entire
know
chat
that-
goes,
Whoa.
"Are you crooked?"
Yeah.
Then I guess it matters.
That's a good point.
But,
If they
that's a good
move, we'll
point.
do improv. We'll pretend like we're being moved around. Yeah.
Right, we'll jostle to and fro.
Carry us from
Man.
room to room, please.
my hair's already getting too long for my fast food.
It's
hat.
looking
I gotta get it cut.
voluminous.
Gotta get it cut again. There's a good length for it just to look like I'm gonna serve you.
floofy, right?
Yeah, serve you a burger.
Yeah.
It's a good, puff.
Once
right?
it starts hanging over the sides, it's too much, right? So I gotta get it.
Yeah. See, I don't mind long hair. My issue with the long hair is when the sides get long on your ears.
Yeah.
That's when I go, damn. That's why I go, it's time to cut it.
Yep.
But I keep wanting to try and grow it out so I could do that whole I want to do what is it? Was it Brad Pitt Fury look where I shave the sides completely and then I have the top long and then I just
mohawk kinda
comb
thing?
it. No, I just comb it all back.
So like
yeah.
like
Mohawk
buzz
kinda?
up,
Kinda like a James
full
Bond villain.
disconnect.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Something like Matt
Oh, I like
Nicholson
that.
is what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I got it.
That could be your villain arc. You can start doing evil
there
and
we go.
everything. Yeah.
But my barber told me, he was like, dude, it's high maintenance to have that style.
We gotta maintain the sides, yeah.
You gotta maintain the size. You gotta put so much product to get it this stage.
Would you fade it up, or would it be like one length and then a full disconnect to the length?
I think it'd be a fade, but it would be like a real close. I mean, I think most of it would be like a 0.
Yeah.
And then you probably go into a 0.5 and a 1.
See, when you have the fade,
only
that's hard to
towards
maintain.
towards the top.
Yeah.
I'd probably have to hit up my barber every week.
Yeah, because when you have the
Literally now,
undercut,
yeah.
you can get in there, you just trim it up every week, and it looks fine. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Bro,
I
that's
see.
do it.
That is badass.
I think there's no fade now looking at it. It's just
no,
straight.
that's-
It's just a straight cut.
I was gonna say,
Which is actually easier.
Yeah.
That's no maintenance.
Yeah, that's no maintenance.
I want you to do it and then come in and it not look like that.
That's what I tell my barber every time. He's like, so what are we doing today? And he's cut my hair for 4 years. I found one barber I really liked. I was like, cool. And I'm like, bro, just fuck my shit up. And he's just and it's just so funny because then since I'm so whatever, I don't give a shit, do it all. And he's like, you know, we've talked a lot. I've known him for 4 years, so he knows what I do. And so he's like, whatever looks like shit. I'm like, well, this is content. And he's like, nah, I can't be looking like that.
Yeah,
I can't
not
be
with my
the one
name on
setting
it.
you up. I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
it's true.
I'm putting my name on it.
He's like, I can't put my name on that. And I was like, I don't know, man. Look, if you just wanted to shave it all one fucking day, fuck it. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll just throw with whatever.
Yeah.
Same, maybe like same shit, different toilet here is I've heard of tattoo artists where they don't do certain tattoos because either it's too stupid, they're like, I don't, come on now, like let's
Right.
be serious. Or a big thing is watercolor tattoos. I've wanted one for so long, and there are artists that won't do them because they fade over time.
Oh,
They go, I don't want my art to look
I've
bad.
heard of some tattoo artists that won't use white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
They're like,
too.
I won't use it.
Really?
Because they're like, it doesn't fade well and it looks like shit. And
pretty
I don't
Triforce
want
too,
you
right?
going. I don't know. I was asking about something. It's a tattoo I never got, but I was asking about it. And that particular guy I talked to, he's like, I wouldn't use white. I'll use like an off-white or whatever. He's just like,
Or like a
doesn't-
gray
It
or
just doesn't hold
something
up well.
Oh, it's cool that
And
there's
it just
options,
because
though.
it comes down
Like
to
an
like,
off-white.
I don't give a
Get it.
fuck if
That's the option.
that's what you want it to look like. I won't do it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, especially a tattoo artist. It's like that's your thing and it's on your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tattoo artists want so much creative liberty. I'm like, no, just do the thing I want.
I'm the canvases. I'm wearing this out.
Yeah,
You know?
like, no, let me freehand it. I'm like, no, do exactly
Yeah.
how I want. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's like you have a tattoo. Dude,
What are you doing, bro?
Imagine you had a tattoo with lyrics. It's like, all right, you mind if I kind of like freestyle the lyrics a little bit?
I haven't practiced in a long time.
Drop a beat.
no, don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Like I get throwing a couple like sweet hooks to these lyrics
Yeah.
if you let me.
The spectrum of tattoo artists is I've heard of people like that, or people who are having their first tattoo, or it's like one of the first tattoos. They have it all planned out. They lay out everything. They've
Yeah.
had this plan for months. And then you have people like Jeff who are like, fuck it, dude, I don't give a shit.
Right. Yeah, they've had enough.
Throw it on
Why
there, bro.
on there?
I mean, Eric got a rat for like 30 bucks.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
he
It's like
did.
this big.
It's such a cute rat.
It's this big, and it's also not like it's just a rat. It's not like holding a knife or like.
It's like-
It's just a rat. It's just a rat. It's just a
house rat.
rat.
Little
It's just
white
a
rat.
house
Yeah.
rat that's this big. Because I think it was like rat.
What's even funnier about that
It's like
is
that one.
we had Eric over
talked
our
about it,
house
too.
a couple weeks ago, and I saw that for the first time. It's on the back of his elbow, and he was facing away from me, and I had the most like maternal instinct to pinch it real quick and go, oh, little rat, but
that
it's Eric.
maternal?
So I'm not gonna do that.
Maternal to go,
Dude,
ow,
the pinch,
Mom.
Yeah.
the pinching. Are you
What the
kidding
hell
me?
does that mean?
You don't have like kids come over to your house and some aunt comes
And you
over, like,
and you
oh,
and you but that's not what you did. You were talking about
stopped
pinching his
myself.
tattoo, which is not on
which
his
is
cheek.
worse.
So
Was it
it's
new?
two
Was it
completely
new?
separate
I think
things.
so.
Not,
Oh my
no, it was like a month old. It was like a month old. You went from pinching a grown man's penis
I don't touch
to
your penis.
pinching a grown man's penis to, when you pinch a kid's cheek. It's like, how the fuck is that related at all? This has nothing to
Very
do
similar
with anything.
processes.
I have received a humble request from one Kai.
Oh, I saw Kai was in
Feel
the
free
chat.
to. She's big on this.
She's been blowing up Twitter too.
She has requested if Goofy could stand up. Dude,
I knew she was gonna say something to me.
it's all,
As soon as you
the
said Kai,
thing is, it's like I could see it be like, all right, come on, but Kai's like on the opposite end, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she lives life down here.
Yeah, she does. She does.
But you, Alfredo and Trevor, are both tallish people. How tall are you? Like
6'1".
6'1", 6'2".
bud.
Okay. Can we go?
We are the same height.
exactly like
We are
copy paste.
the same height. We are
You
not
are
6'2".
6'2".
We are not 6'2".
Yeah, you are.
We're not living that lie.
All right, so can you just stand up, tall boys?
The last
Okay, have
time
them
I got
stand up,
physical,
and now
the doctor was like,
stand up.
"Damn,
You're both
Stand next to
Doctor's
Goofy.
lying to you.
Look, stand next to
Where we at,
Goofy.
You're both
Just-
pretty.
not my mic falling.
Oh,
Goofy's tall.
Is it good? Is
You,
it bad?
yeah.
Let me.
Oh, we gotta redo your
Michael,
mic.
we look like
Do we?
ants.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna stand up. This is for you, Kai. I apologize, Goofy. There, it's just a short woman
right.
wanted to
Literally
know.
the same
I want up.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I want to go up. I want to go up.
Lift him to the ceiling.
Kai said it's fascinating.
Oh my goodness.
Same height.
Dude, they had to
Same height team?
punch out.
We are not 6'2".
They had to
Where's the
punch
tape
out
measure?
to
Team same
get
height.
Do we have
Goofy's
one?
head in.
Just go back
Tyler,
to
do
back.
we have
Bro, there's
one?
no way.
You're 6'2", dude. I'm telling you, the last time I went to the doctor was probably
inch
a
fight,
decade ago. And they were like,
I love
yeah,
this. I love this
6
inch fight
foot,
that
2
you
inch.
both of you agree that you're the same height.
Because we.
But
it's
he's
different
going, we're taller, and you're going, no, we're not. I love
Okay,
it.
We're
the chat is like,
It's
they're
similar-
not 6'2",
Dude.
and I'm like, no,
Dude.
he's 6'11".
Dude, it's also you know who I have that conversation with? You know that's really funny? To mirror this with you guys? Fiona. Fiona's like, I'm 5'10". I'm like, no, you're not. She's like, yeah, I'm 5'10". I'm like, you're the same height as me. I'm 5'9".
we're 5'9".
She's like, no, I'm 5'10". I'm like, no, you aren't. I was like, Fiona, maybe you get out to LA, I get it. You got to add a couple inches. Like 5'11", you're trying to get a roll or something. You're 5'9". At best, you're 5'9". And she's just like, no.
She won't accept.
I'm like, okay, we're the same height. Yeah, you're 5'10". No, I'm not.
Now, I'll ask, have y'all lied about your height intentionally, be it a dating profile or
No,
otherwise?
because
Okay.
6'1" is like a good height. It's like.
Yeah, but what about
What are you
6'2"?
trying to say?
Why are you taking?
What are you trying to say?
Why are you taking an inch off?
Whoa.
Why are you taking an inch off?
Look.
He thought 6'2" was too tall,
The
so
more
he's
inches
he's
I
been
get,
lowering it.
fuck yeah. But I'm gonna be realistic. I've had,
lower
I've
it.
traveled a lot. Like when I went to we
He's
always
shrinking
hopped
with
around
age.
schools and shit.
Thank you for
And
being
so
honest.
I never got to settle into a school, which meant I never got to settle into whatever doctor. I always switched doctors. Every single doctor I went to, 6'1".
Oh, so you're
tell
right.
me
I
all
could
this
have a
shit?
lying doctor
You
because
could
my
go.
doctor was the same.
Afraid of
I'll get measured.
I'll get measured.
I'll get measured.
I will
This
change
is
my
a
license.
YouTube video right
It
here.
I will change my license if I am incorrect.
Oh, it's
Highlight
on their
measure up.
license too.
Yeah.
They have to get your height and then they slap it on
This
there.
man's 6'1". He's lying on his license.
Damn.
That's crazy. Look.
Straight to jail.
I've never intentionally lied.
Straight to
If I'm
jail,
lying now,
short guy.
Straight to jail.
It will
Short
be-
guy.
I'm so short.
Hey, 6'2", my ass, little man.
It'll be a pleasant surprise if I'm 6'2". Now, if you're like, bro, we're 6 foot, I would have end the conversation right here. Don't talk.
maybe the last time.
Taking away.
How about
This is
this?
Forbidden. This is forbidden. Yeah.
How about this, Alfredo? When's the last time you got measured? Maybe you're getting taller.
Oh, I'm still growing.
Maybe you're still growing.
Yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
ever think of that?
You had your you had
milk.
Yeah, you're having some daddy's milk.
Oh, no.
Getting that protein
Is it
grown
blue?
big.
Oh,
I go
God.
big.
Come here, son.
When I turned and looked at that, I was like, damn, I'm fucking tall.
Be sure to swaddle properly. I can help you. It's all right.
I've actually lied about my height on a dating profile once,
Yeah.
but I just round up. Like,
What are you
I'm
guys lying about, bro? You're
7 foot.
6'11".
Yeah, I just said like 6'7" just like
Damn.
people always
Bro,
like,
yeah.
I'm 7 foot.
You have no peers.
Might as well.
Well, I was actually short on my basketball team in college. I was actually one of the shorter guys. Like I wasn't.
How's that possible?
We're 7 foot 2, 7
Damn.
foot 3. Like we're walking around campus looking like some twin towers, like the baddest guy. like it's an anime intro or something like that. It's
So
crazy.
you're the small friend in your friend group.
yeah. In college at least. Yeah.
Run
Damn,
the litter
that's
over
Crazy
here, yeah.
because even in the NBA, if you're 7 foot up, you're tall. In the
Yeah,
NBA.
right.
So you had a fucking the crew was fucking big.
Yeah. They wanted me to play 4-man, but I wasn't skilled enough at the time. So I didn't really go out playing basketball.
They're trying to get you to play what, power forward?
Yeah, power 4. Yeah. But I'm this big goofy guy. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's just not working for me.
Did you have
you got-
9 foot tall friends posting up for you? Like, we got it, Goofy.
Yeah. Hey, little man.
You know what I'm saying? You kind of have to have that finesse with the ball in the paint, power forward. You know what I mean?
definitely.
Very rarely you see someone like Dirk Nowitzki who's just I'm the power forward, just shoot off to the side and shit.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
he's got a jumper that tall. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, limited NBA knowledge. I only know
That's basketball, right?
Yeah, yes. Yes, we're getting
got it.
there.
All
That's
right, I know.
point number
National
one. Yeah.
Ball
I saw Space Jam.
Association.
Yeah, it's the bug. I saw Bugs play it once. So.
Most of my knowledge comes from Space Jam, I'll be honest. Was it Charles Barkley? He's very short.
He's a man.
Yeah, he's a 4.
Was he the shortest man to ever play in the NBA? Or has
No,
that title
no,
been-
Muggsy
You
Bogues.
actually
Muggsy Bogues.
you
Okay, yeah,
referenced
okay.
him the other day in a video, and I went, whoa, that took me back.
Wait, Muggsy Bogues is the shortest?
He was
Muggsy Bogues is tiny.
What was it? Might have been at some point.
Whoa.
Who was?
Spud Webb.
Oh, Spud Webb. I was going to say Spud Webb. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Muggsy was on
What's the one that boxed the other day that fought Jake Paul or something like that? I forgot his name. Does anybody know? You're like, no.
I've seen all
Floyd
the
Mayweather?
Yeah.
No, he's a basketball player.
Oh,
They
why
did-
was I know?
Didn't Floyd Mayweather
He
got knocked
He did,
out?
but he's not a basketball player.
No, I know that.
Bro, for
I
what?
thought he moved on.
Fair enough.
Oh, you know what? money.
Yeah.
This is a big reason because not only do you get paid, but it's also like they're all exhibition matches, all this stupid YouTube whatever. But not only that, but there's not even a winner.
Yeah.
They just go, all right, here's millions and millions of dollars for both of you. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
People
hey,
want to
fuck you.
see Jake Paul
Hey,
get
fuck
beat up.
you. Okay, cool. And thank you. Right to the bank.
All right. So here it is. Muggsy Bogues is 5'3".
Okay, yeah.
And like that's he stood out to me because in the 90s I was like,
You
boom.
can dribble under someone's
Yes.
They
leg.
had
He
the whole
probably did.
joke in Space Jam where the other guys hit their head at the top of the door, but Muggsy walked through.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
And then you have Earl Boykins, Mel Hirsch, and Spud Webb just right behind him. Spud Webb is 5'4".
Wow.
Excuse me, 5'6". I misspoke.
Spud Webb sounds like a potato spider.
Or a Spider-Man villain.
Why does that make sense? I'm so mad. I just want to fight you right now.
It's like a spider, but its body's
That feels like a
potato.
dad joke. That feels like a dad joke.
I love your reaction. Goofy's like, fuck, you're funny. Damn you.
Like, damn it! Why am I laughing?
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Movement. Holy shit! It's practically the holidays, and let's be honest, gift giving is hard, and you might be terrible at it. I'm good at gift getting. Giving is a different story, but that's okay because Movement, the original watch brand, to break all the rules, they even let me curse at the beginning of the ad read, has you covered. Movement has the sleekest and best gifts of the season with hundreds of watches, blue light glasses, sunnies, and fine jewelry styles to choose from. Stuff your stockings, impress your buds, wow your partner, and maybe treat yourself too, if you've been good. And now with stunning curated gift boxes, his and hers gift guides, and free and quick shipping right to your door, Movement is making gift giving easy as pie, just in time for the holidays. Plus, Movement watches start at just $95, so you won't have to break the bank on gifts this year. I got the movements, okay? I've been moving. I've been part of the movement. I pop my movements on. My eyes go, I put on the movements. I go, I'm feeling good. More importantly, I'm looking good, okay? Be the big winner this holiday season with a gift from Movement. Go to movement.com/off-topic. That's MVMT.com/off-topic. Join the movement.
Going back to boxing,
Please.
and I'll throw this I'll throw this to you guys first.
Go ahead.
Throw some
You
punches.
jump into the ring against, let's say, Mayweather. 10 mil. You doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
up, Daddy.
also, like, he's not gonna kill somebody.
No, he's
Right.
not.
He's not gonna want to
He's
beat somebody.
defense.
No,
Wait. So
Maybe not in the ring.
you're not understanding.
Bring it
I'm
back
not
to
saying
the
he couldn't.
question.
I'm saying he's not going to
No,
kill
but
somebody.
here's the
he's
question.
not.
He's just gonna
In
go.
the
I mean, most
hypothetical.
likely your ass is gonna get knocked the
In the
fuck out to get that
hypothetical,
money.
Bro,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna get knocked
Is he
out.
going
Shit.
100%?
He is fighting you as if he's fighting for a title.
Okay,
Bro,
so I'll take 10 million in 5 seconds.
Exactly. Exactly. All you gotta do is survive one concussion. $10 million.
One
Got at least
Right?
a couple more left
easy
before
trade.
I feel like I've put my body on the line enough for the tots. Time for me to get paid. Right. Tears for Mikey.
Now, like, is this
Fucking
a cool
knock
idea?
me out.
I'm thinking about marketing with this. I want a round with Rossi. I want one round
Why?
with Ron. Let's
I
go.
like when you said
some
marketing.
MMA action.
What's
Yeah,
funny is
absolutely.
Oh, what
we should
about
box
and
too.
stuff.
What about MMA?
Oh, no, sorry.
with who?
No.
I don't know. I mean,
I like the idea though of
No.
saying
Joe Rogan.
No.
quickly before you move on when you talked about like the because
Bro, MMA.
the fight more about the fight. It's all about like the press and the promotion,
Yeah,
stupid
yeah,
press
right.
conferences, flatline, all that shit. I would love to do that with Floyd Mayweather, whoever. You do that, and he goes, "I'm gonna beat your ass," and I go, "Yeah, you are." That's all the press conferences.
Yeah.
I go, "I'm about to get knocked the fuck out."
I'm surprised if I last 10 seconds.
I hope you're ready to collect my teeth.
He's up there shit talking just himself. Like, he's gonna knock me out. I might
ready,
not
baby.
live,
Yeah.
but I got 10
Before I get in the ring, I hand my manager my
That'll
last
work.
will and
That'll work.
testament.
Right.
It's a more self-aware version of that Lonely Island song where he fights Rocky and he gets
Yeah.
kicked. Yeah.
Rocky,
Yeah.
the boxer. Sucker punch left, then a sucker punch right.
I love that whole
22
song
consecutive.
is a play on fighting
I
Shaq by
would
Aaron.
still train though. I'm not talking about
for sure.
training to fight, to train to take a punch.
Oh, That's true. So you got to chew gum and get your jaw.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing, though. You're just getting punched a lot. Just to train to get punched once. Just punch me once and be done
Dude,
with it.
but the thing is, like, he's gonna knock you, just rip your shit out.
Whatever, man. You got $10 million to fix it. You know what I mean?
I feel like I need to, like,
I'll take 10%. Take 10% off the. Take 10% off the top, have the ambulance waiting, get the doctors ready. There's $1 million.
Hang on.
Bro, keep me alive.
I feel like some shit's gonna go sideways. Like he gonna hit me on the left side of my face.
Well, as long as there's no,
it's just goopy for the.
bro. I'll take.
Two-Face and Batman or something
You're not
like
gonna
that.
take half a goop face for
then we
10
have
mil?
Goofy and
Goop
Goofy,
up, bro.
There we go.
Here's what you gotta worry about if you're boxing. Make sure that there's no stools in the ring for you to fall on.
I'll be dropping my own stool.
No, I placed this.
With MMA though, like I'll be more worried about like getting grappled or some shit. Like breaking
Oh, dude, MMA. Yeah,
bro,
that's
like,
snapping your bones.
that's why I said no immediately.
Although, the thing about MMA is great.
Like an anaconda.
MMA might be even easier. The second they touch you,
He's like,
someone takes my pinky.
I'm crunching it faster.
you see this man?
What's
I'll
this?
do it.
Oh, you're doing MMA?
Wow.
I do MMA.
Okay.
Wow.
MMA does not stand for
from a
I'm
different
doing
way.
at least a couple classes in jiu-jitsu when I was.
Wow.
Count them, 3 classes
belt are
when
you?
I was 16.
I wish you could do a cut to just Jeremy. No.
I didn't know this was gonna be real.
Yeah, that false sense of confidence is gonna be the reason you get obliterated.
I just want to look tough. No, I don't know. See, I did Taekwondo, and I think that that's like really cool for form and cardio, and like, and it can be functional under the right circumstances. And I did dabble very lightly with jiu-jitsu. I love the craft, and I have a lot of length for like, you know, a lot of reach in order to like, you know, that's a lot of taking people down, and then you need a lot of reach in order to do pins and stuff. And I'm very flexible. Now it's getting very sexual all of a sudden. But
isn't it harder to like to get out of grips because you're like have longer limbs or something
right,
like that?
so
Or,
like they would have more leverage on you than because of that. So it's like a give and take. For sure.
Yeah. So just don't go down.
But I'm also like
This is a great strategy. Don't end up on the ground.
I'm just too light. I'm just too light for something like that. So I get roll over. I mean, I guess there's weight classes. But,
Trevor gets turned into a pretzel. Very interesting.
But yeah, I didn't really get too deep into that before then. I split off and did something else. I did like rugby and other things at that point. But I like it. I think it's really cool. But I don't know.
used to do a lot of Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, and I won a handful of Taekwondo tournaments.
Nice, dude.
But
What
like,
happened?
Right.
What happened?
I don't know.
Were you in an accident?
No, I just. Oh my god! I just shift,
I'm just saying.
shift my focus to sports.
I'm just saying. I was like, oh, first we're going to get computers.
I fell in love with video games. I stayed indoors.
smart choice.
Let's take this
Trevor
fight
Alfredo
online.
in MMA would end up like Loki versus Hulk.
Basically.
But I was like, so I did a lot of tournaments, and I was able to like really like I don't know, knock out people with like just like kicks and stuff like that.
Well,
but
I'm sure you could hit the head like really easily because you got the
So I do a
reach.
lot of just like one of my so one of the things I loved doing was like snapping low and then immediately like kicking high, and then I would fake snap low.
Right.
Fake snap high and then switch to my left foot and then hit him.
Oh, he's ready.
But the thing is, I sucked fighting up close. So as soon as you got close to me, like I couldn't grapple well. I couldn't fight with my hands
Remember?
well. It was all like distance fighting. No. So eventually people started trying to close in the gap because they knew that was like a weak point.
It's the same thing for like tall like boxers, fighters. If you get a short guy up in here, like I literally can't do anything.
I can't get him.
I'm just like this, you know what I mean? Like,
You were mentioning
with the jab,
dude,
you know what I mean?
it's funny you mentioned that the other day. Again, Kai, she's like, get a picture with Goofy. And so I was like, I took a picture. And so I was like, oh, can I grab a picture? Can I take my phone out? I'm doing like a selfie.
Yeah.
And I'm like struggling to get both of our heads in.
He's like baby arms.
Yeah, I'm doing this, and Goofy's like, you want me to do it? I'm like, oh yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, I just knew like why you were, you know, like it was cut off, and I'm like, my arms don't go longer, man. I'm not holding back. Hang on,
Trevor, here, you take it. And Goofy's like, I got this.
Oh yeah, I was wondering why you were doing that, putting my arms out. I was like, this is all I got.
It looked really hard for you. You know what I mean?
We trained to fight Alfredo. He's like at a distance.
Like Tommy Pickle.
The thing though, know, Kai will come for those knees, come for those ankles.
Oh,
You know what?
absolutely.
That's fine. And I'll just fall on top of her like
No, it's over.
290 on
Oh my
top of you.
God, that's like Attack on Titan.
Or like punch her from the bar.
Yeah, but you see that as you're falling, she'll climb on your back and start just punching your head. And I'll be like, oh, Kai, no, stop.
She's fast, but I don't know if she's that fast. I don't know.
Fast.
Not without her.
I thought about having
She
to
needs her
fight
3D
Kai.
gear.
I've done the calculations already.
I was watching that moment. Yes, literally last night. That scene where like the Colossal Titan and the Armored Titan revealed
great
themselves
anime.
for the first time.
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
like, oh my god,
Right,
bro!
yeah.
And then like, yeah.
I love that anime. I watched it
good.
like twice now. It's really good.
nice.
So wait, is there still another season coming?
There has to be.
Yeah,
Because I thought
they have one more.
The season was the
The
final
longest
season.
they'll run.
That's what I thought
It's
too.
coming out in
But,
January.
no. Yeah, that's what I thought. That the season that came out was the final
They
season.
kept saying final season.
They did.
Yeah,
but now there's
yeah.
a final season. That was
Final or is it like a follow
It says
up?
final season part 2. That's what it says. They split it into
They
parts.
do a Breaking Bad?
Yeah, they did Breaking Bad.
What the
It's
fuck?
because the studio that's doing it is having a really hard time with Attack on Titan, and Mappa is like literally destroyed right now. They have so many animes on their slate.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's just like it was like
I
an
just went-
unplanned like
Pretty
like a
much.
production
Like
thing.
we'll do it, but give us time, please.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That
because
makes
I was very
sense.
confused. I was like,
Yeah.
So I guess technically then the season's not over.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I was like, what do you mean that the final season's still coming? I was just watching the.
Yeah, it's always weird when a season
They're gonna do a movie
starts
at the
and
end,
ends.
though.
It's like,
at the
bro,
very
that's
end.
two
they'll do a
seasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Attack on Titan movie at the very
Is it
end.
an OVA movie or is it?
No, it's gonna be an actual movie. It's gonna be like a long episode, so they're calling it a movie. So, but yeah,
Okay.
'cause,
Sweet.
Yeah, they're gonna save a lot of the production for that. So I'm expecting like a lot of anime fights in the beginning to be like kind of like lackluster.
I know we've
but,
loosely
you know.
touched on like anime bonding in the
Yes,
office too, because
yes.
we're nerds.
Big weeb here.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
So I've talked to people in the office about like what are some songs. I like music a lot too. And a lot of that ties hand in hand with anime theme songs. So like, what are some that you wish you could hear again for the first time? And I'm like, for me,
Part 2
Attack on
January.
Titan was up there. Like
Yeah,
the first one, I was
for
like,
sure.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that you could rewatch for the first time.
yeah. Like the first time I heard that theme
Oh
song,
my
I was like,
God,
oh my
I'm so
god,
ready
this
to
is
answer the
beautiful.
song.
Yeah. For me, and talking about like songs and moments, it's probably Code Geass for me.
Oh,
that'd
that's
be
good.
cool,
That's
too.
good. Yeah.
You seen Code Geass?
Yeah, I watched it recently.
Oh yeah. I mean, like the end of the first season, what it was just left on such a big cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
was
think
really
I
good.
think that show had one of the best endings in any show I've ever watched. Like,
Man, it had so many. It had so
two
many
seasons.
Two seasons?
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
2
pretty
seasons.
short?
It's,
Yeah.
I've never
it's
heard
like
that one.
what, like 20?
I want to say like they're both 23 episodes. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 23 is like my magic number. So I was like born on the 23rd. Add all the letters up with my name 23. So I was like, this is.
Well, how lucky
For
for
me.
me.
Wait a minute,
Have you seen the movie with Jim Carrey?
Yes, I have seen 23. Yeah. My high school basketball number or in college was like 32. So like, so 23 backwards. Yeah. So I was like, yeah.
Get the numbers
yeah.
to be
But
first
yeah,
one.
really good anime.
Yeah,
though,
yeah. Code Geass is fucking
Interesting.
It's fucking awesome. It's like I said, one of the best endings to any show I've ever seen.
No,
I
it's
was just like-
immaculate.
I was
I'm
like,
also glad
holy
that you
shit.
like anime. I've been trying to introduce more people into like anime around my friend groups. People who like maybe dabble or other group like Ruby, people who are Ruby with me, like
Yeah.
Kara and Aaron.
Yeah.
They've watched a little bit, but not too much. So I tried to show my cousin Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood once. It's an amazing show, right? So you're like, this is gold. You're gonna love it.
I love you.
The first episode goes a little hard.
Yeah.
So she's watching this like horrified. Like,
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
showing me? What is this? And I was like, oh, I think I kind of ruined anime for you, but it's really good. You should check it out.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
Yeah, that anime is so good. I feel like it would ruin anime for a lot of people. Like, because if you watch like that and then compare it to something like else, like maybe like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, the pacing is so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's
also
for
like
TV, like filler.
Faster.
and
it was a thing.
It's faster.
64 episodes, concise.
It's a
like
thing
every episode
where,
moves the plot forward.
Kind of like
Yeah,
that.
and then you
though.
go, wow,
watch
that's
it, please.
anime.
It's
And then you
really
go to
good.
other
So
anime
which
and
one
you
is
go,
that?
oh,
Full
now
Metal
we're
Alchemist Brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
Now we're hanging out with Goku and the DMV.
Yeah.
No, that was just
literally,
one.
he's like 6 episodes. He's like,
Just one. Well, what you did was
Before he finishes the they
Next
go
time.
back.
Here's the thing.
They
And then they restart the saga.
I mean,
and they were like, next time on Dragon Ball Z.
It's amazing that child me was able to stick
dude,
through.
Piccolo, put a hat on.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
It happens.
I'm a man.
It
I'm
is
a human.
such
A green human.
I have a hat on.
It's such a thing in anime that there are sites dedicated around like, look, One Piece is 1,000 episodes,
Oh,
but let me
God.
tell you,
Oh, yeah.
like, here's a list of all the ones
That's why
that
we skipped the
actually
Bound
matter.
Arc.
Like skip skip the fluff ones kind of thing.
Well, the thing about it is, a filler at least is filler, right? Like, because filler's like, it's like, you know, a lot of animes based off manga, right? And so it's like, they have to wait. If the manga's not over, they have to like wait for the manga to come out
Which
to
is
make
terrible.
the anime, right? But sometimes, you know, it's like the show's in mid-production, so like, you know, I don't know the specifics, but basically they make shit up, right? It's like the filler is like, fuck, the next shit's not out yet. Here's a little 5-episode thing that's just not in the manga, so that's usually what's referred to as filler, as in not just like DBZ doesn't have filler. It's just like it takes fucking forever. Right. You know what I mean?
The pacing is terrible.
But that you can't really skip, right? Because like, you can't skip whole episodes because it's like, oh, I needed that nugget of information. So filler generally isn't
complete bullshit, pretty much.
It's complete bullshit, and it's usually not canon.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like if you skip a whole filler, they like there's usually like very rarely is it like, hey, remember all that stuff? It's almost like OVAs. Like, almost all the time. Where
it's like this episode we're going to the carnival.
Or there's a beach episode. There's always a beach episode.
And Boruto right now is like notorious for that. It has like 200 episodes of straight filler.
Wait, the successor to Naruto is guilty of fluffing it up?
What?
No way.
What's crazy about Naruto is what's crazy about Naruto too is because a lot of the shows like that, they do like it's like a big season and then they'll put like a little bit of filler at the end, and then the next season will start, or they'll put like a little bit of filler in the middle. Fucking Naruto ended, and it's like, here's 40 episodes of filler, like all in a row. Because it was like it was terrible. It was like a 3-4 episode arc with every single fucking group. It's like, here's a 4-episode arc with these kids.
It was literally terrible.
And I was just like, is this all this? I'm like, when does it get back to the show? Oh, it doesn't. The show's already over. It's Shippuden. You put filler at the end after the show ended. It's like, what the fuck?
They did the same thing with Inuyasha. They'll wrap it up.
I mean, true.
They'll wrap it up.
My Hero though, it doesn't have much filler.
Oh, really?
Not too much. No,
it's because the structure of anime is kind of changing now. They're going to like a seasonal structure to get rid of a lot of the filler. And I'm a fan of that. But like, some of these fans are crazy.
The thing is, like, generally too, like, the thing about filler generally is it's just like, it's easy to like dunk on it, but it's like, it's not like constructed by the people that are making the manga, right? And so it's like, it's not just like, you know, like you're being bougie, like, oh, it's unoriginal. It's like, it's different. It's usually tonally different, and it's like, what the fuck is going on here, right? So not only does it not matter, right? Like it doesn't tie into the story, so it's kind of like, nothing's at stake. You know, if you're watching like a 5-season show, it's like, here's 5 episodes that they'll never talk about for the rest of the show.
Ultimate plot
But it's also like, it's almost like fanfics, right? It's almost like the people who are like making it are like, fuck, now, what are we gonna come? I don't fucking, this seems like something the people who wrote this would write.
Say that.
Yes, pretty much.
From my understanding, I don't know if you guys ever watched the new Voltron series or were fans of it all. From my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, Voltron fandom, I know you will, because you're the Voltron fan. But I've heard that kind of happened where they did take like some cues from the fan base of like directions they wanted to send the show in, for better or worse. Obviously, that's
so lifting from the creativity of the audience.
Maybe not so much creativity, but pressure. Audience is like, yo, I want this to happen.
See, that's an interesting.
Make this happen.
Well, that's an interesting thing. There can be pressure from the audience, but there can also be a delicate balance between, okay, let's wait for the manga so that way there's less filler, but then also you want to make sure that you can keep the fan base active and making sure that they have stuff to watch. And so do you end up with too much filler? It's definitely, and I can see it both ways. But like, I haven't watched a whole lot of anime, so I don't have a whole lot of experience. But one thing I noticed is like in DBZ, and even in Dragon Ball Super, I tried to watch through Super, and like it's slow, dude. And so like they even have, I forget his name, but
Stop.
Stop it. They have a little blue guy that's always after the Dragon Balls, and he's always like a side story. So basically, they'll take a departure from the main piece to be like, this guy's coming after.
Its name.
I don't know his name. So he's coming after the Dragon Balls, and every time that happens, I'm like, this is a distraction. Skip. And so like, I leveraged my experience with DBZ and Dragon Ball Original to like go, okay, I can. I've seen. Yes, maybe. Yes. And so, like, I could tell when they were definitely kind of, lengthening the episode. So I could go, this episode became 5 cool minutes for me. Now the next episode.
A good anime, and correct me if I'm wrong, to start with is Death Note.
Oh, it's a great, it's a great one.
And
Very
it's
cerebral.
quick.
It's
You're in, you're out.
quick,
You're
yeah.
out.
And like,
Start with the live action, so you can only go up.
I mean,
can't remember how many
that might scare you
like
away though. Let's be honest. That might scare you. That was like the literally.
Yeah, that's like starting with the first
Oh my
episode.
god, bro!
Like, brother.
Like, I have trauma. I have trauma from that movie. Like it's literally that bad. Like he literally betrayed everything about the character. Like he's doing the dumbest shit ever.
Defoe did a good job, though.
Oh, I mean, yeah, good action,
No,
great
it's-
actors, you know.
Interesting.
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by HelloFresh. The holidays are an absolutely bonkers time of the year, but HelloFresh helps keep things easy peasy with recipes that cut back on that meal prep and cleanup nonsense so you can spend less time in the kitchen and grocery store and more time with your friends, family, and most importantly, your food. That's because HelloFresh offers 50 menu and market items to choose from every week, including vegetarian, calorie smart, and gourmet options, so there's something for everyone around the table. And HelloFresh meals are ready in about 30 minutes or less. Plus, they've got quick and easy meals, 20-minute recipes, or low prep and easy cleanup options, so you can get food on the table at lightning speed. Asterisk. It's quick, but it's probably not as fast as lightning. It's just impossible, but it's very fast. By comparison to something slow, which this is not. What's not to like? It's simple. It's easy. It's delicious. Comes right to your door. It's like already portioned. You can eat it all and not feel awful. You're like, wow, that's as much food as I should eat as a human. Great. Go to HelloFresh.com/offtopic14 and use code offtopic14 for up to 14 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/offtopic14 and code offtopic14 for up to 14 meals and 3 free gifts. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Garlic's from the movie.
Well, it's funny you talk about like what would appeal to people like Trevor and just the differences in you say anime or manga is this broad term. It's all so different, like in art style, in theme, in content, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, I'm like, would Trevor appreciate shows like Fully Cooley where it's more slice of life, but just like off the wall as far as following.
Slice of life anime is so fun, bro.
Here's the thing I will
It's
say,
cool.
like Cole Gallion over in Anna, like one thing that we were doing a lot before quarantine was like every few weekends or so, like maybe once every other month or once a month, we would do an anime lunch brunch thing. So Saturday we'd go over to his place, a couple other people from RT, like Issa or Michelle Sontag, like a bunch of people.
awesome.
Yeah, and so like, and he knows so much about anime, and he has so many on his library that he wants to share.
Yeah.
And so like we'll
That's
watch
season 1.
We'll watch like one episode
I haven't even seen
per
season
like these handful of shows. So like he'll say, here's 5 shows that I think are awesome. For example, the one I really want to watch that I keep forgetting, it starts with like it's a zombie apocalypse sort of situation. There's a bunch of like cities that are all battened down like big walls, and they use these armored trains to transport between them.
Sounds like I need to watch this.
And it feels very much like Attack on Titan, where it has that explosive opening where a train comes colliding through one of the walls, and it's riddled with zombies, and that's how it's like it starts off like that.
That sounds amazing.
And it sounds amazing. But then we'll jump over to something very Ruby Chibi, like very friendly, bright, and happy. And then we'll jump over and watch like a slice of life, like students in the classroom.
Yeah.
And it's like all the students, and maybe this will ring a bell for somebody in the chat or somebody here, but like they're all relatively well off, but like they have different amounts of credits, I guess, or money applied to them at this school, and then so you think it's like kind of normal, but then suddenly some weird things start to happen or whatever. But like it's mostly social drama. It's mostly that slice of life.
Well, that shows
And I found a deep fascination for each of the different lanes. Like you're saying, there's so many different types of anime.
Yeah.
But like
I range
it can
from
be
like
daunting.
Elfen Lied to Carrie Kano, which is like Elfen Lied. Someone mentioned in chat is like that was episode 1.
Yeah.
And people are dying
Yeah.
horrifically. And I was
my
like,
God.
oh, here we go.
Have you guys seen Erased?
No, I've heard some wonderful.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's kind of like a slice of
And he did that in
life
Kids on the
crime
Slope.
thing.
Is one everyone's telling me I gotta
haven't
watch
seen that
too.
one, but yeah.
Kabaneri, that's right. Kabanari and the Fortress. And the Iron Fortress, that's what the chat is saying. So if you remember that,
I will
and then
certainly
watching it,
do.
hit me up and let me know how you think.
I got you.
I
I got
gotta
you.
jump into
I
it.
was looking up another anime that I really enjoyed, Death Parade.
Ooh,
I haven't
what's
seen
that one
that
like? Or about?
So I looked up the plot because I'm terrible at describing stuff. But it's whenever someone dies, they are sent to one of the many mysterious bars run by bartenders serving as arbiters inside a tower in the afterlife. There, they must compete in death games with their souls on the line. The results of which reveal what secrets led them to their situation and what their fate will be afterwards.
That's Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's an amazing hook.
Yeah, that's a great hook.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it.
It's just so daunting.
Yeah, right.
Where do you
I
start?
have this one
you know?
that I like.
There's like,
Kinda
there's
like
like, there's like
not
situations
DC
where it'd
Universe,
be like,
yeah.
Dude, start with One Piece fans are literally, bro, they're literally the Jehovah Witnesses of the anime community.
There you go.
They're like, have you watched One Piece yet?
Yeah.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah,
1,000 episodes. It's a commitment. It's the best
Yeah.
commitment ever.
Yeah.
Like,
And Cole's the
that
top of
show's
your
short as
pyramid
well.
scheme.
Yeah.
Yes, he's the top of the MLM. But
We like anime. Cole likes anime.
There's an anime called That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime.
Yeah.
Fucking love that one because it's like it just starts just like present day, the guy dies, right? And then it's like, oh, he wakes up and it's like, where is he? When is he? Basically it's very video game-esque, right? Where he's
Bit of an
essentially a
isekai there.
slime. I mean, from like Dragon Quest, basically.
Yeah.
It's fucking slime.
My life as a slime.
But like reincarnated as a slime,
yeah.
And it's like, but then because of whatever the plot, he's like super fucking powerful, and so it's just like it's like video game slime, but like kind of bouncing along, like being the hero and shit, and then like every time he like absorbs somebody, he can like get more and more powerful. So it's like this like ultra powerful little slime in this universe where he's just kind of like hopping along like, oh, I don't know, it's like it's got fights
so
and shit.
unique.
It's unique, but it's all it tickles that like
fantasy adventure,
it tickles that
but-
fantasy anime and video game, you know, like it like when like he'll eat somebody and be like skill acquired, you know, because it's like there's like basically this like almost Jarvis-esque like AI. It's like one of his skills.
No, that sounds good.
Is this thing like inside of him, right? But the audience basically just hears it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the fuck it's called. Everything has a name, but it's like, you know, he's got like hot resistance, cold resistance, damage resistance. So it's like no one can beat it. It's almost like One Punch Man-esque in the sense that like
It's like a parody.
this slime just
That's
can't.
cool, though.
The
He's like-
slime just can't be beat. And it's like you're fucking slime, and then like eventually gets to the point where like it absorbs. I'm not gonna get the spoilers, but then it can just like
counter slime.
Well, it can just like turn into a person, right? Like its true form is just like a little blue ball of slime, but it's like, oh, I can turn into this person though. So anyway, like, so they'll walk around as the person. And then they'll turn back into the slime, you know, when they're like, oh, they're the regent of the forest or whatever. It's like, oh, I'll turn into a person to sit at the table.
Now, am I wrong? You talked about One Punch Man. It's like, well, I love One Punch Man for that reason. I love the like playing the trope of like this guy can never be defeated in a very shonen-like aspect.
Yeah,
the hero, you can't beat him forever. And that's amazing that he can't find that satisfaction now in the series. Now for Slime though, am I wrong that it is more like that shonen aspect of like you can't beat the slime. Slime is OP. Like forever, slime will be the best in this group.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's not as like on the nose as One Punch Man, right? Like the guy doesn't really give a shit, right? He's not like, again, it's very much like he's still a human, like reincarnated from present day. So a lot of it's like, what the fuck? But like he always like. He read manga and shit, right? So he's always like talking about manga and video
like
games. It's meta, and then like again, I season 2 started. I haven't started watching it yet, but there's like other little instances where like he'll meet like 1 or 2 other people that are also from present day. Like, oh, you're from like the 50s. Right, like, but it was like, oh, you're from Earth, whatever, and they're like, oh, fuck, you're here too. But it's like,
What's up, bro?
not as a slime, but just like as something else. But like, I can't remember. They'll like name drop specific shit, like Dragon Quest. Like they'll talk about like, did you play fucking Dragon Quest or whatever it is. And it's funny because one guy he meets is like, again, it's this weird time paradox, but like one guy he meets died in whatever it was, like 20 years before him or some shit like that. And they find out that they're both like at one time lived on Earth, and he's like, did they ever make a number 7? And he's like, bro, they're up to 11. And he's like, no way! I love that game! And I was like, it's very satisfying to watch. It's very like down to earth and like weird shit, but then also like, oh, we're gonna fight a monster kind of deal. There's still like a big bad guy.
I must say you've done a good job pitching this anime for me.
Oh, yeah,
Go
sure.
check this out.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
I'm really-
Yeah, no, it's fun.
excited right now.
It's
yeah.
fun.
I was just saying that I love that kind of meta stuff. When done right, that self-awareness can be really unique and really cool and make the IP, whatever the show or movie is,
If you
very
like that,
special.
watch Agretzko. I don't know if you guys are familiar at all, but
Oh, it's on
all
Netflix?
this.
Yeah, that's great. Gretzko's
So fun.
great. It's the
design is the Sanrio characters.
Yeah, the Sanrio characters. They're all like the little like red pandas.
Red Panda's the main character, yeah.
They're like cuties.
But they have all that comedy of like being in a working environment. So you have that slice of life moment, but then that heightened anime moment of like someone's mad at someone else, so everything gets like the screen goes red and it's all ragey and like gravity doesn't exist anymore. But then you have like these moments where they pick on reality and they kind of make fun of it a little bit. They have Christmas episodes about like people working while they're supposed to be home with their family and they prefer working, or like someone keeps posting on Instagram and they're addicted to Instagram and their persona online. I'm like, that's kind of cool. I like this aspect of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you're talking about like that anime and talking about how it's like video game based and there's all these like acquire all these different attributes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I started binge watching this YouTube channel called like Temp6T, and I guess it's like a Pokemon like PC mod because then you can type to each other. But he'll go in and just people that have Pokemon and they battle each other.
Yeah.
And he'll go in and he'll fight. There's like a leaderboard, and he'll fight against different trainers. But he'll go in with like a Zubat, an Oddish, and like just basic ass Pokemon. And then he'd be fighting against these people that have all these legendaries or like a Mew and Mewtwo, and they'd be talking so much shit like, bro, like, what the fuck you're doing here? That team's a joke, yada yada. And then he would just put them to sleep, paralyze them, and slowly like just chip away at them, and they'd be so fucking frustrated.
That's amazing.
He would just use all these status effects and shit, and then just like, this is fucking bullshit. Who plays like this? To see people get so pissed
I'll
off.
tell you who plays like that.
bad deck.
Like, get out of here, loser.
I'm sorry. I watched the anime. That's exactly how Ash Ketchum plays Pokemon. I'll tell you right now.
I usually want to do what he does. He's kind of an idiot.
Yeah,
On purpose, though. You know, he's a dumb person on purpose. He's relatable because he's dumb.
His mom is just buying the badges off.
But it's
Just let him go.
It's just so funny watching all these powerful Pokemon just get put to sleep, paralyzed, poisoned, and it's like, damn, that's annoying.
It's incredibly annoying.
Yeah.
So he wins.
So you reminded me something with the slime thing, and I want to play just like with my very limited knowledge on anime and looking back on my time with Cole and watching a bunch.
Go ahead,
I wanted to name that anime a little game that you guys could play in, or maybe the chat, because there's a lot of fascinating ones that I scratched the surface on, and if I can crowdsource the names back, message Cole. But if I get those back, I could like make my watch list and start my journey.
I can shoot you a list as well if you need one.
Please.
Yeah, I got you.
Please do. So one, I think this might be a little easier because I think it's a little bit more popular. But it starts out there's an alien of some sort that shows up. Yes. Sigourney Weaver's there.
Yes.
She watches. No. So this like creature shows up, and it basically its goal is to like a parasite absorb the person or take over their body. But what happens is like, for somehow
What
like
are you talking about?
The hand.
Parasite.
Parasite. This is one of my favorite animes.
it's so good.
I've also watched
Is that not Brittany also?
That is also
good.
Brittany.
The same voice actor for the slime.
The English dub is.
I was like, when you were saying the slime.
Yeah,
my
she
brain was
does the voice of the
listening-
slime and the
Yes,
parasite.
it's like the parasite's voice was so just like unique. I was
Brittany Karbowski.
Really good
She's great.
writing, character development. Like, it's one of my favorite. Like, that's why I kind of lean towards. Like, as a kid, I was like super shonen heavy, but it's like now I really want the really good written stuff.
Yeah,
It's also funny too because I watched that when it like a lot of anime like I'll watch just because it pops up on Netflix. Like I watch anime outside of Netflix, but like Netflix isn't the go-to anime. But I'm on Netflix
But there's
enough where it's like. Oh, here's a new anime I've never watched. It's 5 years old, but I never watched it. So that's what happened with Parasite. I don't know how new it was when I watched it, but I watched it. I'm like, I'm watching Parasite, and it was right around when the fucking movie came out. I'm like, oh, the movie? No, the anime with the thing. It's like an alien. It's like
it like turns into like
but I'm just saying, it was when Parasite the movie was out. And so I'm just like, oh, dude, you watching Parasite? Oh, I love that movie. I'm like, no, the anime. And they're like, what?
Both are good.
No. It's different Parasite. The live action movie.
The live action movies.
It was Parasite.
Of the anime?
I think it was
See, you're confused.
Oh, Parasite. Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's if you saw a picture of them though, it's like if you saw 2 pictures of them, it's like, oh, you can never confuse these, but they're both just called parasites. What do you mean?
Yeah.
The people in the basement? No, the alien in the hand.
Is the anime one with a Y?
I believe so. Yeah, it is.
Both peak fiction, though. I gotta say, yeah.
I have a couple others we can dip to.
We can't talk about all this without talking about like what I'm gonna call like the pinnacle of like just like animation.
Here we go.
Okay.
In general.
If you say it,
Arcane.
Oh,
Arcane's good.
oh my God!
I wanna
I'm
get
so
into it.
happy.
It's good, dude.
I thought you were gonna say Demon Slayer.
No.
I was about to cry. I was like, please stop talking about it. Yeah.
But like,
We can talk about Demon Slayer for a second, but let's talk about this.
God,
Yeah.
Arcane, Jesus.
No, it's really good. I just started it. Yeah.
The like character development. There's,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even need to play in no league to love this show.
That's what Michael said.
Lewis,
Neat, yeah.
Lewis was basically saying like it almost like is a great place to start if you wanted
Yeah.
to get into that lore. You know,
God damn it, they're doing it so well.
So
No,
good.
literally.
I want to watch that and Star Wars Visions.
And
for,
just
like,
the way,
unique
like,
styles.
the animation style, it kind
Yeah.
of takes. For some people, it could take a second to get used to, but like, my God, it's so well done.
Yeah, I think it almost like it's like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood for me. Like
Yeah.
it's almost setting the bar too high.
Yeah.
Because if you watch that and you go watch Naruto after, you can be like,
Well, for me,
Yeah.
like,
I've been there.
brother, you know what I'm saying? Like what?
Yeah.
What's the,
Another
come on,
tournament
bro.
arc?
Yeah, or
God damn
Dragon
it.
Ball Z or something like that. Yeah.
oh, another bad guy with a higher power level.
Yeah.
You gotta have your separate spaces though,
Yeah,
right?
you do,
Because
you do,
it's
you
like,
do.
because it's like I still, if I'm talking like real movies, it's like you got your Marvel movies, you got your shitty action movies, you got your actually good movies, and
Yeah.
anime also has that genre, right?
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
like I still like Naruto and DVD,
Yeah.
but you gotta know what you're getting into.
Yeah,
Don't sell me something that you're telling me is a Code Geass, but it's a Naruto.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to be upfront about what the fuck you're talking about here.
Yeah. Definitely.
Dude, after episode 200, it gets so good.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
thanks,
God.
great.
Only One Piece fans all the
Fuck
time.
you, shut the fuck up.
I'm not wasting my time. Okay. I don't want to wait for that. I have a life. Okay.
Exactly. I have children.
Yeah,
One moment,
exactly, yeah.
I love. They want to watch One Piece too, but you
Yeah.
know, me time.
Yeah.
So for Arcane, Yeah.
First bell. Hey, first members, are you watching Arcane?
could be.
Tell us your thoughts
If you were
now.
watching this,
What was the bell? I'm like, what is happening right now?
This is where we stop and thank the first members
Yeah.
at
Okay,
roosterteeth.com for being first members.
We love you.
They're the ones that give us money.
cheers.
Oh, awesome.
Is this your favorite anime?
Don't worry,
Yes, and
we
why?
don't get it. Hey, do you want to sign up for a first? Try a week out for free. Get a bunch of first perks. I call them perts. Not great. Here's the thing. Mike Pirtle's over there too, so I feel like
there we go.
it's too close to him.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's like, people. That's what people call me, Perts. Hey, Perts. The point is, there's a bunch of shows. Watch them, like them. Then when you're done with the great first content like Last Laugh and Haunter and Tabletop and all that stuff, go over to Netflix and watch Arcane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really good. I'm on like episode 3 right now. I'm like, oh,
How many are there?
This is it. It's
9,
like,
8 or 9,
I thought there was like
10
I don't
million?
know.
is it open close season? Is it like this is the story, or will it kind of
it will continue. It's League of Legends, so I feel like they're gonna.
A second season was announced.
I
Yeah.
like
Just watch it.
6 or 7 episodes in. Almost done.
That being said, there's some awesome music in Arcane.
Yeah.
And go down that rabbit hole because you will discover KDA and
Oh,
What's KDA?
so League because god damn it that
is this
they're
the
so
K-pop
smart.
idol group?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had a huge roster, right, of
Yeah.
characters, and then they're like, we've done a couple like they started like a little like metal band with their characters and did like a metal album. They made a sequel to that. And so they're like, let's take 4 of our female characters and make a K-pop band like with these characters. And like they like animate them on stage and stuff like that. Like
That's sick.
they show
Is it like hologrammed up?
Yeah.
Or like on a screen, or like?
yeah, well,
Either way.
watching like I remember watching Worlds in like 2019. They just had like a countdown, and then they had like at least as a viewer watching through the screen, they had holograms walk on stage.
Wow.
Yeah.
And these were their characters, and they were dancing, and they had
That's
a song.
so
And
cool.
it was so well produced, and then they had the people that voiced these characters dance alongside with them and whatnot.
pretty
And
cool.
so
Wow.
they took a couple people that were like big K-pop singers, and then a couple people from like the U.S. and then just made this like. This K-pop band that was just huge and like chart topping, and
I
it was
love
like
that also.
I can.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that it's chart topping is clear to me now. The whole chat's like, Trevor. Like I see Duo in the chat going, Trevor.
Come on, man. Come on.
How dare you? I'm like,
So stupid. You know what? Honestly, and now don't blame Trevor. You know whose fault this really is?
Yeah,
That,
please.
You know what's your fault? Blame Caden and Jaren.
oh my goodness.
Because where
where
were you? Where are you?
Where's this?
Where
were you?
Also,
Tell
that's
us
full
these
responsibility.
things. Tell
I know
us
about
these
it,
things.
But this is basically the same. This is the same relationship
Okay.
I had with Advent Children and Final Fantasy.
Kaden,
I haven't played
please.
a
Dude,
single Final Fantasy game, but I love Advent Children.
It's really good. It's really good, though.
They
Yeah.
got True Damage now. It's just like rap. They're just like they're creating like they have their character and they're like, you know what? Let's just make music. And it's so well done.
I know one of the
it's really
characters
smart.
is supposed to be, I guess, like the term is bougie, but she has like brand label stuff, like Chanel purses and like all this like Gucci material. I'm like,
Yeah.
who's this? I like this. So that's what I guess I like LOL
it's
now.
good.
You know?
Yeah.
I have to play.
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Chime. Overdraft fees are the worst. Did you know that back in 2019, banks took $1 billion in overdraft fees? Well, with Chime, overdraft fees can stay in 2019. Because we're just moving on into the future, baby. Chime is an award-winning app and debit card that has saved its members more than $10 billion in overdraft fees. With Spot Me fee-free overdraft, eligible members can overdraft up to $200 on debit card purchases and cash withdrawals with absolutely no fees. Now you deserve to have financial peace of mind. Join the millions of Americans already loving Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score, where you keep it at the credit store. Get started today at chime.com/off-topic. That's chime.com/off-topic. Alfredo?
Banking services provided by and debit card issued by the Bank Corp Bank or Stride Bank N.A. members FDIC. SpotMe eligibility requirements apply. Overdraft only applies to debit card purchases and cash withdrawals. Limit starts at $20 and may be increased up to $200 by Chime. Chime member overdraft fee savings based on eligible members' use of SpotMe versus $33 average overdraft fee. Overdraft fee data on Bankrate checking account survey and CRL June 2020 overdraft fees reports.
Got that?
For Arcane, just curious, you said the art style is interesting. Did they do the thing with like Dragon Prince where they reduced the frame rate? Is that kind of what you're talking about? Or is it just the art style itself?
No, the frames are
'Cause I love
fucking
Dragon Prince,
great.
too.
It's smooth. It's
Yeah.
very
Butter
smooth.
smooth.
It's more...
It's maybe like hard edges and shadows.
It's almost. It's not. It's not.
like a video
it
game.
almost looks
It's like a
cell
video game.
shaded. It's
Yeah.
like cell shady, but
Yeah.
not cell. Because cell shaded sometimes
hard to,
It's
like-
hard to explain, but it's like a.
It takes a
2D-esque, 3D rendered.
Yeah, it's literally like a video game. It's so cool.
It's fucking. It's good, but like it's very. There are very like heavy action sequences, and that's where stuff that's especially animated like that sometimes. Like you can really see it, and it's smooth. Like
Yeah.
they do a lot of like gun twirling, where it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It looks good. It looks real good.
Same for though?
No, I was saying that like I watched it and I enjoyed it, but you know I know some people they're like, oh, I loved it. It took a second for me to get used to like the animation. I was like, oh yeah, I could totally see that because it's very.
It's different, but like
very
if you watch shows
Yeah.
like it, it's.
But man, it's a good time because like I mean I remember watching Into the Spider-Verse and I was like, yo, the animation on this is freaking ridiculous.
No, really.
And seeing how they would like skip frames on purpose and whatnot, and then
Or for specific
and I-
characters, right?
Yeah,
it's like, that's
and I was
awesome.
like, whoa, that's like pinnacle. And then like Arcane came out. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like this is good. And Arcane's so good that like even people like just the entertainment industry as a whole is praising this show.
Yeah,
and they're just
yeah.
like, yeah, they're you have like
It's
Hollywood
storytelling.
praising
It's.
it.
I'll be
Take
honest.
risks.
I'll be
Take
honest.
risks.
It was fucking smart to not call it League of Legends.
No.
I feel like that would have just turned people off of it.
Baggage.
It's just like I wouldn't. Not to say I wouldn't watch it, but it'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't play
It
League.
feels like a
whatever.
barrier to entry.
It's
a long-standing
It
game.
literally
Yeah,
is
yeah.
just Arcane. I know it's called like Arcane League of Legends or something like that, but my point
But
is
it's
you don't
small.
even need to tell people that.
Yeah.
If you were talking to somebody that had no idea what the game was,
Yeah.
you would lose
you don't
nothing
need to-
by just saying,
No,
oh, check out
seriously.
the show Arcane.
Yeah.
Well, even if
it's
you did
awesome.
know,
All
am
you
I
gotta
wrong?
do is
Like,
just say, go
you'd
check
be
out Arcane.
deterred by the bad track record of media being translated from video games into either a movie or a show format and just
Yeah.
sucking. And
Yeah.
From what I
Case
hear,
in
though,
point, Resident Evil was great.
and from what I hear,
man.
Oh, great film. Love that.
from what I hear too, though, again knowing nothing, but before this, the closest thing I think of is like Marvel, right? Like the MCU. Like I have very broad knowledge. I didn't really read the comics.
Yeah.
And so the movie tells you everything you need to see. Then you get like the just most obvious level of like. You know, even before like Captain whatever, it's like, is that vibranium? You know what I mean? And someone can lean over and go, that's a reference, right? But then it goes deeper and deeper and deeper where only people like Alfredo get. And Alfredo's like, did you see the make of that tire? That's a reference to movies from, you know what I mean? Like that shit that's so like, what?
I mean, so-and-so's going to show up.
Apparently,
It's like
yeah.
The next two phases later.
Apparently,
I told you.
Apparently,
The villain from 3 movies on.
Yeah.
They're hitting
Did you see the reflection in that one window of that one logo? Crazy, right? I jumped out of my seat.
Yeah. Wait, you played a lot of League
But
before, right?
like Arcane.
No, the missus did. I played League. So Jackie, my girlfriend, she played a ton of League.
Yeah.
And I always said that if I wasn't an FPS player, I would have been a MOBA player because I love just like, I don't know, I love the fact that there's just, you had a game and you can invest your time, effort, and money into. And like it wasn't gonna be a sequel the next year, right? Like that's why I can't get into COD as much as I used to. I can't dump money into Call of Duty because then like what's the point? No one's gonna play it next year. Like and then my money just goes away with that.
Right. That's
I love I just love there's so many intricate things like having the builds and the pick and ban system.
You're investing in something. Like Siege is a great example. And that's one of your like that's your game.
Once you have pick and
Oh,
bans,
you're
I
very
was like,
consistent.
yes,
Yeah,
like I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, when I play Siege, I go a little hard, but
I understand, but
I have a question though. For the story of League, has like for in Arcane, like has it been some overlap before, or is this the first time we've seen these characters like given a story? You know what I'm saying? For like,
Well, that's what like I was saying too. Like, there's apparently all that shit is so in there. Like if you play
really?
League, it's like so much shit.
you already
like
know everything.
that guy's and who this is like
is it like written or comics or something like that?
It's
or?
like in the game, there's this, there's that. Like I've heard from people that are
wouldn't be
basically
surprised.
like this, this
League
story
is
of
far-reaching.
Arcane
They've
is
got-
already been told, like in the lore of League.
Oh, that's
right?
amazing.
Whether it be like,
Like-
an animated cutscene or
Right,
like a comic.
and so it's
that's
like
amazing.
it's
thing that they
so
do.
like rich of the actual game lore. I'm sure it's a whole other level if you know the game and the lore. But
completely.
even knowing nothing, like I said, Marvel, it's like that's fucking Captain America.
Right,
League, I'm like, I don't know who that is. I don't know anyone, and it's amazing.
I enjoy-
so I can
because
only
of the
imagine
world.
it's fantastic if you like League.
I enjoy it because
Yeah.
Jackie does to me what I end up doing to her. Like when the Spider-Man trailer came out, and there was obviously all the obvious like, oh my god,
references and stuff.
yeah, Green Goblin, oh my god, Doc Ock. But like there were like moments where I remember this one specific moment during the trailer where like Peter Parker's like in an interrogation room and like someone slams their hand down and I went, and then she's like, what? And I'm like, okay, look, it could be, maybe, I don't. I was like, what?
Here's the thing too, when
And it's
you
literally just
explain
someone slamming their hand down. I'm like, wait,
It's like, pause, zoom and enhance.
the IMAX cut refused or like rebuked or whatever what you're talking about, but I'm not nearly
It's not it. He thought it was Daredevil.
right, Matt Murdock, but like I'm not nearly
That guy looked like a lawyer from his midsection.
right.
Yeah.
I'm serious. That's him. I'm watching the scene. It's like Spider-Man, and he's like, that guy's shoe. Did you see that guy's shoe? That's him. Yeah.
It connects to the next movie. I'm not nearly as in there like you are, but there are definitely times where I'll be like, and like when Barbara's like, what? And I'm like, it'll take too long. You got time? I'll walk you all the way.
We're watching Arcane. That's the love. That's the love. Jackie played a ton of League, but like I get the reverse side of that now when like we're watching it's like the first episode and they're like jumping off rooftops and then like one of the balconies has just cupcakes and she's like, oh my god, that's from that character, and like that's what they. I'm like, oh, I was like, oh, tell me more. Like,
I love
What about these cupcakes, though? What flavor were they?
Oh yeah, I mean,
It's not the
pink frosting.
Oh, interesting. Strawberry.
Yeah, but they're roof cupcakes.
It sounds like from a recent message from one Lindsey Jones that the bakery might be reopening for business.
I'm trying. Okay, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. It seemed like a bad idea to try and bake cupcakes during quarantine and go, "Hey, who wants cupcakes?" So
I mean, I trust our friend circle and the bubbles that we all maintained.
Yeah.
So like
For optics.
You can cough all over them before you put it in the oven.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's the motherly touch.
Wow.
Lick all your fingers. Put it in.
Goodness.
But now that
It is cooked at 30
But I see what you're saying.
So.
Yes, for serious now. I did say to everyone in Slack and Goofy, you're included also, I said, who wants cupcakes? And let's see, what flavors did I have? I know I had peppermint mocha, which you would like.
peppermint mocha.
Because you like
And then you had
peppermint
like
chocolate.
Starbucks like mocha or something.
Yes, which is
just like
a
without the peppermint.
official Starbucks coffee, which apparently for that recipe, they're like, you got to get the Starbucks brand. I'm like, okay. One moment, please.
You had chocolate chip cookies. Believe me, these are scarred in my brain because I was so excited.
S'mores also.
S'mores. Those were my 2 votes. Those 2 last ones.
The one that I saw that, of course, everyone was like, that one, you should do that one first, was a recipe called Santa's Cookies, and this is it's a dozen cookies, but the way you do it is you quarter them. So you have
Like Santa.
yes,
You tear him.
drawing quarter.
You tie Santa to 4
no.
reindeers.
Oh no!
It's like Game of Thrones, the flame man. Like, tear him apart.
Yells with the flame.
Listen, this is an awesome anime. My cousin will not watch it though. She will be very turned off by it.
Full Metal's great. What is that? That's your mom.
Yeah, you kind of lost an arm.
Eyes are hard on the outside.
But this 4 that you quarter it into is sugar cookies, snickerdoodle, chocolate chip, and peanut butter. So I'm like, okay, I gotta bake 4 types of cupcakes
Holy
into
shit.
one thing. But I'm
You
so
don't have
excited.
Are you
for
gonna
it.
bake like
I have to
little
for the
baby
people.
layers and then stack them and then make a cupcake out of that? And then like, you know how you stack
Yeah, I think it's like
cakes?
this, but you're right. I like that, where you stack it like this.
Or
yeah,
you're gonna make a full cupcakes and then cut them
You're
and then
supposed to section them
frosting them
off.
together.
No, you're supposed to section and be like, if you want this, you want that. But I like your idea of like little
Listen,
sedimentary
eater. I
rocks.
want a little bit
yeah,
of this, a little bit. I want a sampler platter all in one
That's
bite.
cool. I like it. Yeah.
Little charcuterie board.
We need your ideas. Yeah.
Charcuterie board of cupcakes. You know?
Yeah,
A
dude.
charcuterie board?
Yeah, oh,
Here?
Yeah.
Come on now.
This table? One, somebody like when they were talking about Matt Murdock, it struck something in me. Have you caught up on Hawkeye yet?
No.
I'm not gonna say much, but the last episode of Hawkeye, there was one scene that made me go, and that's what I'm referring to. And Barbara's like, "What? What was that?" And I'm like, "Pause. Let me walk you through." But that's all I'm saying.
Oh, I know.
No.
I gotta watch
See, what I love.
Here's the thing.
around that.
You were already way ahead of this. It's like because
I know
you're in
exactly
there, but when it
I
happened,
know exactly what you're talking about.
Dude,
exactly.
what I love doing too.
no spoilers in the chat.
What I love doing too is when he's like talking about that, and it's usually like, especially when Alfredo's the only one there, right? Like with the knowledge, and he's like trying to tell Jackie or whatever. He'll just be like, dude, oh shit. And I just go, no, it's not him. They're like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. And I just go, bro, that can't be true. Like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. You're doing that in Eternals, right? There's like that ending scene with Eternals, and you're like, oh shit, is he this? I went, that's impossible. I just kept saying it. We were walking, and you're telling Jackie, like, yeah, this is who this guy is. I was like, I don't believe it.
Since you
I don't
mentioned
believe
Eternals,
it. Don't listen to him. No way.
I love
I have to
Eternals.
ask. Yeah.
Really?
No, I was just
I was
gonna
gonna
ask
ask you
exactly
guys
that.
too,
Yeah. No.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you liked it?
I liked Eternals.
I liked it too.
Spoilers, chat.
Yeah,
Please don't
spoilers.
spoiler in the
Yeah.
comments or chat. But I loved Eternals. But I'll be real, the post-credit scenes had me more hyped than
Really?
the whole of the movie, I think.
Yeah.
Well, because the whole of the movie was very standalone. For
sure,
Right?
for sure.
And then the post-credit scene was like a nugget back to the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's,
feel
and that's
as
fair.
connected to the MCU as
Which
fine
I
for
think
me.
they had
I was
to
okay
do,
with
right?
that.
Because
Yeah,
there's so much
Yeah.
setup, right?
Yeah.
There's so many
You've got like
characters
12
and
characters to
plot.
focus on. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, yeah. I think it was really hard for me to get invested in the movie because of that. You know, so I left the movie theater thinking like, kind of mid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, kind of mid. I'm like, I wasn't really invested. The action was great, but the story just didn't hit for me. You know?
See, I'm all about like human drama. We just talked about anime, and like, animes that have a lot of that, all about it, like relationship struggles, like real world struggles. Mwah.
This was definitely
Yes.
very social based.
Yeah.
With
That's
the characters.
Which normally I like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I just couldn't
Did you
get
feel
invested.
disconnected?
I felt disconnected, yeah.
I thought it was unique how they laid out the plot.
Yeah, it
Kept
was definitely
going
unique,
back
yeah.
and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, this is like different.
Yeah.
But
Do you see Shang-Chi or no?
Oh, I didn't see Shang-Chi.
Okay,
I did
see,
enjoy that
also
one.
for me,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
I love that as like easily one of my top 3 from Marvel now.
Wow.
So coming off of that to Eternals, that's the only criticism I had. Was like,
Yeah.
That's true. It's definitely two different speeds.
Yeah,
Number
definitely.
2 is
definitely,
Cap
definitely.
1.
Stop
I
it.
did love the representation in Eternals, though. I thought it was really cool. Like, seeing all that, you know
Number
what I'm saying?
1, Spider-Man 3.
Oh,
Stop
there
it.
you go. No, it's true.
That's a lot.
That's how hard I go.
That's not
like,
even what I said is real though.
Yeah.
What he said is real.
What you said is
repeat
almost
what
as
you said
heinous
for
as
the-
Spider-Man.
Yeah, but it's a
Don't
lot.
say. What did he say?
What he
Thor
said?
Dark World.
He's being rude.
Best Marvel.
No.
Yeah, number 2,
No.
Captain America 1.
Stop it.
And what's number 3? Age of Ultron.
Number 3, Shang-Chi.
No.
You're insulting.
I'm giving you Lindsay's top 3.
I'm
Giving you Lindsay's top 3. It was almost, dude, that scene when the car came through the portals.
That's not me.
They had that car, the
going,
cars
no,
were
keep going.
flying. You know what I mean?
I'm feeling it.
And they were like, ah!
Yes.
Remember before Natalie Portman was like, I'll never be in this series. Wait, hang on. Hold on. We're still making these?
Last thing I'll
these
say.
are bigger than
the
her.
dynamics
Forgive
between
me for
Druig
what
and
I've
his love
said.
interests were probably my favorite interactions.
Druig and his love.
Wait, I
I
can
forget
be
her name. I'm the one.
Oh,
who's-
yeah.
What?
Yeah. That was dope.
Yes.
I mean,
Oh man.
Jane Foster will hold the hammer.
If she would.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of my favorite Marvel movie. It's tough.
Yeah,
man.
we're your top
Yeah.
threes.
Oh
Top
man,
threes.
either
Man.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, but like Black.
The show, you mean?
No,
talking
so
movie.
sorry, just Winter Soldier.
Okay.
That was
Your
good.
brain took over.
Yeah,
We can talk IP, just individual IP as well. Like
Yeah.
just rank those, but that's tough for me. I'm trying to think right
Ragnarok
now.
is very rewatchable.
Stylish,
for me.
dude.
I love that one, and the
You
way
have
they
to-
use music.
Yeah.
Same with Guardians of the Galaxy in that sense. I'm a sucker for music, so I love when they can
dude,
use it
yes.
well. And
So you got to choose one.
I'll probably have to be Endgame for sure. I think Endgame was
Endgame.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I think it was like my favorite one for sure.
I'll go ahead and let you put Infinity War in there too. I mean, it's a two-piece.
Yeah,
it's a two-piece
you can
set.
take it in there. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean,
So a lot of
what a
them-
climax for
Oh.
what 15 years or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Worth it.
I felt like a lot of those sequel movies though were kind of forgettable. Like some like the Iron Man 2 for me was like,
Yeah.
you know, like just like
Yeah.
some of those in like Dark
Mandarin
World.
with
I'm like,
I mean, like Iron Man 2. Iron
Yeah.
Man 2, while like a decent movie, Iron Man 2 was like one of the original like. We're just gonna make a sequel that doesn't really move it forward much at all. I mean, I guess it introduced Black Widow, right?
yeah, and that's some
But like,
yeah.
but it was like you know Iron Man and Hulk and you know Captain America and Thor, and so it's like every movie was just like, okay, we're setting up for Avengers,
Yeah.
but they were like, wait, Iron Man 2? Okay, now you can have Avengers, right? So that was I'd say one of the most traditional like.
Here's a
We'll just squeak in a sequel before really expand. I mean, they still expanded
almost
it,
like filler.
but yeah, you know what I mean. That was, but it was a good
deeper.
movie. But you know, those early movies really, you know, the movies now you're kind of like expected, like how is this going to tie in? What's going to be the big thing?
Yeah.
And those early ones, they didn't have just them existing was huge, right? You know, again, it'd be a tiny little thing of like. What's this thing? What's this? What's this metal?
Let me tell you, Kermit.
What's that? Yeah. Can't it breathe? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, who's that guy with the arrow? Right. That's all you needed. Now it's like, what's the setup for the next phase? You know, now you have words like phase.
Yeah, it's like,
And so yeah, that's what it is.
Like me, they're going, give me my mutant.
I'm so excited for that.
The first
I'm so
few steps
excited.
on the scene, this man's out of his chair. I'm telling you right now.
I mean,
passing out, waking up, passing out.
I'm excited.
During Endgame, we had tickets and we were all watching it together, and like myself and Lewis, who's also like a big, I mean, even bigger Marvel comic book nerd than I am. Like when the portal scene happened, we were in the aisle dancing. We were like,
Something I would do for sure. Yeah.
Well, now,
like in the Alamo Draft House, they don't fuck around. Like you're not supposed to do that shit. They'll kick you the fuck out. But I was like, we don't give a fuck.
It's Endgame, bitch.
I feel like there was an Endgame asterisk to like, okay, Endgame's playing tonight, so let's let them have fun. Let's let them enjoy themselves. Now, just curious, I don't think it is emasculating at all. I think it's very important to express emotions. So I'm curious because I cry at everything I saw in Kanto and I wept. I also cried during Endgame. Did you all cry during Endgame?
Endgame.
Was it that emotional for you?
It was definitely very emotional for me personally.
Yeah.
I don't think, but I didn't shed the tear. How about you guys?
No, I did not shed the tear, but I think the last.
In fact, he liked it.
well,
No, but I'm all for that. You know, showing emotions like super cool.
Just die.
Oddly enough, the last movie I cried was Joker. Actually, the Joker. I was like, this dude's life is abysmal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, that's scary. You know, but yeah.
For me, it was a roller coaster of emotions. It like I started bawling up when Peter Parker was like, Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark. I was like,
that almost got me.
I was like, oh fuck.
That almost got me.
And then when Pepper Potts was just like, we're gonna be okay, we're gonna be okay. And like,
Go now.
that Tony wasn't even like talking. He was just like, look. I was like, oh fuck, bro.
Yeah.
And then I was like crying. And then oddly enough, I cried when they hit me with the goddamn like credit montage with like every like showed all the characters and what their signatures and stuff like that.
Love that.
They basically said, we are your childhood.
It just
I was like,
kind of
you
just
are.
showed like, you know, like a montage of like scenes of everybody, all the actors.
That's
And then when
beautiful.
it got to like the Avengers, it was just like their poses with their statues. And I was like, oh my God, bro. I was like, I can't do this.
No,
I was
that's
like,
beautiful.
This is all came
That's also
together
like
so
a meta
beautifully.
moment
Yeah.
inside of the
It's
canon or the
so
dialogue too. Like if you put a kid in
they're
there,
literally putting their name on it.
yeah, literally like I mean it's not a spoiler. spoilery, I don't think, but like Tony's daughter is like whole like, where's my dad? I'm like, oh my God, he's gone.
And then, and then Happy's like, let's go get let's go get a burger.
He said he's dead 5,000.
Jesus Christ.
Literally in every universe, he's dead. Like he has to be gone. Yeah.
Fuck. I love Trevor's answer though. Let's get a burger.
Well, that's what Happy says, right? Like, let's go get a burger.
So I said in my
I think it's dope that like this shit can have that kind of an impact on
He
our
might
lives.
be.
I mean,
He might be.
there are a lot of theories.
There's something emotional in this coming Spider-Man.
Oh yes.
I'm going to not say nothing. I know too much. I have too many theories.
This man's seen the movie already.
In his mind.
He wrote the film.
Yeah.
Dude, look, I have I'm going into Spider-Man with my A, B, and C, and I feel like I'm like, which one is this gonna line up with in terms of like theories?
The first time he said he watches it, he's gonna watch it with his eyes closed, just so he can
just to
really
hear
try.
it.
To
Oh, yeah.
And then he's gonna look at it the second time.
Audio, then visual.
Yeah, he's gonna look at it with plugs in his
Yes,
ears.
yes.
Well,
Just so
Goofy
the
just said
dialogue
too.
doesn't slow him down.
Which I agree.
And the
It's like, that's
third
awesome
time he
it can
sees it,
influence us that much.
you'll experience
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be like one of those fucking eye trackers. It's Alfredo watching Spider-Man for the third time.
Watching eye trackers.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's everywhere except the middle of the screen where the movie's happening.
Literally.
see that. He's looking at all the extras. He's looking at the car tires go by. Like, I would pay to see that.
Yes.
I would
Yeah.
watch the film with it projected onto the film.
Please do that like on
Where's he
stream or
looking? I'm
something.
looking there.
I want that, but I want also
That's
the
so
MTV
dumb.
pop-in, but it pops in every like 30 seconds. It's like barely moves, and Freddie goes, okay, stop, right there. Stop, right there. This happens. Stop,
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Right here. You're like,
It's like pop-up video, but Fredo just goes pause. So here's what's happening. Look at the back. You'll see it.
There's somebody's shoe right here.
It looks like Peggy Carter's coming through in the back, and that's
Fredo,
really open up.
The international trailer where we get
Right.
a second here.
we've been on the last minute for the
No,
past
seriously.
10 hours.
Here's what's gonna happen though.
Bro.
He gets in the eye tracker, Spider-Man suits up, eyes go down. There's gonna be a lot of bulge happening, a lot of eyes going where they don't belong. Like, they're looking.
Yes,
When you go see a movie though,
My
how many
goodness.
times do you see it?
Mommy, sorry.
You gonna watch it to like once or twice or 3 times?
I mean, it depends on the movie.
Yeah. So like Spider-Man, are you gonna watch it once? Or are you gonna watch it multiple
I gotta
times?
watch it multiple times.
Yeah, just to catch everything, right?
Yeah.
That's how I am with movies too. I usually get like 1 or 2 watches before I make my final verdict on
Exactly.
it. Too. Exactly.
Yeah. You gotta have my like, okay, I'm gonna go down and just take it all in.
Yeah,
And then I'm
yeah.
gonna go back in.
Analyze.
Unless it's like Tenet, where I went, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it.
Gavin's like,
I
I'll
watched
tell
it like
you.
5 times, and I'm like, I'm starting to get it. And I'm like, that shouldn't be necessary. But I really liked it. That's
it's
my
a good
personal
movie,
take.
yeah.
Tenet? I don't think I've seen that one. Which one is that about?
That's
Oh,
a
Christopher
Christopher
Nolan,
Nolan film
yeah.
where basically they can reverse time or like entropy, so some people can be like moving backwards. And,
That sounds amazing. I wanna
Simplifying
watch it.
But it's a very convoluted plot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, we saw it with Gavin who loves Christopher Nolan, so he was
Yeah.
like, "This is amazing," and here's why. And I'm like, "That's cool." But if
Yeah.
you enjoy watching Robert Pattinson move in slow motion backwards in a lot of scenes,
It's not
pretty
slow
cool.
motion.
Really?
Like there was a
Kind
fight,
of.
for example.
Inversion.
There's a fight
Yeah,
that
sorry.
happens with 2 characters.
As an actor, I guess
And
you're
one character's fighting forward, and the other character's a reversed entropy person, and so he is reversed.
What?
And
They're
so,
still fighting each other.
so they're still fighting each other.
While you're watching.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro,
So like,
it's
so what'll
fucking-
happen is like he like
Wow,
tries
the
to
head
shove him
hurts
against
already.
the wall.
It's like,
and he actually like backs up the wall like as if he came down the wall. If he would have
Because
reversed it.
both people fighting are technically going forward in their
in their
In
perspective.
their
version of time, yeah.
Right, but so then both in their perspective, the other person's like backwards.
Yeah.
What?
So like
fucking
for
weird.
example,
My brain
like,
is hurting right now.
Because it's like the fight's happening like this.
You thought
way,
Andy
right?
was
You know what I
amazing.
mean?
So
Hang
what,
on.
what happens
Yeah, I
is
know,
like,
right?
it starts where like one of the guys grabs the other one and he like holds the gun at him.
Yeah.
And he goes bang. He's trying to shoot him and they're like slam. Well, actually the bullets are reversed, so they're slamming out of the glass into the gun. And he's like trying to avoid it. But then later you see the fight from the other end and it looks like he's
What?
trying to shoot him, but the other guy's like, zip,
Yeah.
zip, like because he's reversed.
You're starting to anticipate shit. Yeah, like
It's called Tenet?
Yeah,
Tenet.
the
I'm
fight-
watching this movie tomorrow.
The fight,
Like,
the,
I'm
fight,
so
the
excited.
fight happens that he's talking about like first in the movie.
Yeah.
And it ends with like the other guy leaving. Right?
Yeah.
It's like the fight happens all the way to basically like a door.
So the
doors
beginning of the movie.
doors exploded. Not the beginning of the movie,
Oh,
but,
so it's
but
like a reverse
you
or
see this fight later from
Yeah.
the other like
perspective.
from
like-
the
yeah.
reverse.
So, like-
you know, it's like time moving backwards.
Yeah. So
basically.
if
Yeah,
one's
okay,
moving
okay.
back in their perspective time, one's moving forward. They kind of eclipse, they hit each other, and then they both
this is
separate
beautiful.
again.
So like,
they
so like
fight, and then they leave.
the fight ends. There's like a big fucking hole in the wall, right? It's like they're fighting. One guy fighting goes outside, and then like the wall's like fixed.
He gets like sucked out, and then the wall fixes. You're right.
And so it's like the first time you're watching it, the character you're following, that's where the fight ends.
He goes,
and then way later in the movie, you're seeing the character blowing up that wall, and then going in.
Yeah.
So now that's the start of the fight for that character.
Wow.
So he looks like he's being
This is
ambushed.
crazy.
Right, well, it was the end of the fight.
Wow.
So they fight all the way back to the bullet thing that he's talking about, which the first, earlier in the movie is the beginning of the fight.
Bro, Inception meets Matrix meets Interstellar.
Yeah, well,
all together.
Chris Nolan made Inception and Interstellar.
Okay,
so
bro.
it's
That makes sense.
it's those on crack.
Can you
It's
follow
by
the plot
far
of
the
Kingdom
most
Hearts?
confusing fucking
Oh
movie
yes,
made.
confusing as fuck. Yeah,
And you'll be fine.
yeah.
Black and white and color film like Memento. Have you seen Memento?
No, I
haven't.
That's another time wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
I'm here for it.
Christopher Nolan film where
Timey-wimey, that's a good way to
it's
put it.
Doctor Who,
No.
where and that's kind of a spoiler for the film, but there's basically time going forward and time.
Okay, you just ruined the movie for me.
No,
Thanks.
How dare you. Wow.
Damn you!
It's an older film, but it has a
it's
very
okay.
similar play with time.
Yeah.
Kind of cyclical kind of thing.
Bro, that's
yeah.
what you look like when you watch Tenet. What Alfredo's doing.
Really?
You're just
That's
like,
us watching Marvel with you.
You're gonna be. Here's the thing. I'll be honest with you. The first time you watch Tenet, which could be your last, and that's fair.
Yeah.
The first half of the film, you are going to feel so lost on the film, and then eventually it'll start to make sense. Almost as if
here's
it's like
the thing.
you are reversed.
Here's the thing. Here's the best advice I can give. Right? There's so many movies where you're trying to figure out what's happening. Don't. Just
try.
let it wash over you.
Just take it.
Right?
Like
Just let it wash over you, and then after you watch it, you're sitting there going, I kind of get it.
What's funny is
And then watch it again.
that
then watch
scene
it in reverse.
specifically, they have a framing device for the audience where the director went, no one's gonna fucking understand this. So they have a room kind of where like a person goes into this room.
Oh, they
and then
try to explain it, and
they're
it's-
like, this is the changing room. So if you see them go into this room, time is going backwards now. Like, you got it, audience?
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah, yeah.
nope,
No,
sure
it's-
don't, Chris.
There's like a little bit in the middle where you go, nope, never mind, fuck it. Then you get to the fucking scene at the end where there's a huge battle happening in two different.
How
It's
in the
dude. It's like
what?
it's literally like
building that
it's literally
collapses, rebuilding,
it's literally
collapses.
like literally like hey,
like
it's like a
team-
fucking military operation. It's like team one's gonna attack in this time, and team two's gonna be it's getting sent back and do that. So it's like it's this.
It's a temporal pincer
Sure, that's what they say.
It is.
So it's the same. It's the same fight with the same people on the same side, going from like two different directions. So again, you only follow one perspective at a time. So it's like go, 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 and like all the helicopters are landing, and meanwhile there's like people running backwards in the helicopters, and they're all taking off.
It's insane.
It's because it's like they'll show up at the end. It's all you're watching it like there's like
going down and up.
there's like people running around, but then like grenades are like getting like put back into people's hands
Or
and
like-
shit, and
or
you're
like-
just like, who am I looking at?
Or
And-
like someone is like hiding in the rubble of a building, and then they're like, "Get out!" And then they try to scatter, and then the wall fixes, and like the guy
like,
goes, "Ah!"
kills them.
And, like,
Yeah.
and they're in the wall. One of the most interesting pieces to me was like, and I was talking to Gav about this when we watched it. Like, there's like some rubble on the ground. The building goes up as a missile goes away from it, like it's pulled away from it. So you're like, oh, that missile hit it. And then another missile comes in and takes it back out. And I'm like, did that building ever exist?
Yeah.
Basically, 'cause, like, the moment time reversed to
Chicken
fix
on the
it,
egg. Yeah.
another missile came in and re-destroyed it in the forward going.
So what was the true anatomy of that
Exactly.
of
When
that
did it get
stack?
built?
Yeah. What happened here?
It's just like,
There is no building. It's a Matrix crossover. Check out that new movie.
Yeah.
as soon as
oh my
you
god.
can.
Then there's
I'm
the whole like
so
if you get
excited for
hit with an
Resurrections.
inverted
Me too.
bullet, there's nothing. You're dead pretty much.
Right,
Like,
because there's some sort of radiation entropy, like
it's fucking.
and you can't interact with like the air. So when you're backwards, your lungs aren't compatible with the forward normal
Oh, yeah,
air.
they
So
have,
you have
like,
to wear a reversed oxygen mask.
the
And if you like
Bro,
touched
it's
yourself,
fucking all-
if you
You thought about
reversed
the
and touched
science
yourself,
behind
you would like destroy time because you would obliterate matter.
Fucking what?
It's like if physical matter touched dark matter. Right?
Yeah.
Like it would just obliterate each other.
Yeah.
And it's a Nolan film, so when they're like, okay, so here's about inversion.
yeah, it's like, oh, here's some exposition. Here, Trevor.
Exactly.
Trevor, start explaining.
So basically, what happens is the plot. if you pick this part,
It's like a man standing in front of an industrial fan.
You have to get to the second sector.
Here's the way going.
I see Michael's waveforms. And it's like,
What? What?
dude, it's
got
true.
Robert.
They had to remix the film because, like, by the second or third time I'd seen it, it was a total different mix. 'Cause-
Wow.
And Gavin said it right. He was like, I need to watch that with subtitles because. I'll be real, like when they're on a boat and the foghorn's going off and they're out in the sea and they're trying to be like, here's what TENET is. You know, I'm like, this feels crucial.
Why are you doing this to me?
Is it to cover bad writing? You know, like is it like that plot?
No, I think it's just so he wants you to go in the theater. And I mean, again, sometimes theater, you know, isn't the best. It's just loud, you know. So you're like, like in the movie theater,
like,
getting
listen,
murdered by the sound
If
effect.
you can't hear it, then they haven't tuned their sound system properly. And I'm like, or maybe, just maybe,
I mean,
you need to mix it in a way that's
they
friendly
might
to
be right, but guess what? I bet most aren't.
Most
aren't tuned properly.
Likely.
So get it together, goddammit.
I mean, it's like that with music because then like. I mean, I would just listen to MP3s and whatnot, but then when I really got into music, I had proper like IEMs, and then I ran my IEMs through like an actual like DAC to power those properly, and then from there I ended up getting like FLAC audio or master tracks, and you'd listen to songs and you'd be like, there's a violin in this? Like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Like, wild, huh?
Wow.
Well, hold on, there's another beat in this, in this hook. Like,
Depending on
you're saying
what
is,
medium
like-
you use to listen to, like, so a car might sound a little different than a radio or anything,
if
like
you
vice
feed it
versa.
through like proper like channels and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh my goodness, this song is like different. Like,
That's-
there's
that's a
other
big
beats
thing.
and things in this.
Yeah, I love that you dove into that because that's a huge thing about music is like obviously, and again, you know more than this, but MP3 is like compressed. There's lost data, but it's not enough for most people to recognize. But when you're talking FLAC, you're talking about raw. You're talking about uncompressed files.
Nice and fat.
And
juicy.
But like that even applies to headphones, which is another thing that like you've geeked out on. And it's really cool because one thing I'll look at is like frequency response charts of headphones and microphones when I'm going to get equipment because you want to make sure it has the wide dynamic range to make sure it picks up or plays everything that's in the file to be played. And that's one thing why people really love records is because they're like, oh, those are lossless. That has everything like, and it's all the fidelity of the needle picks it all up. And
It's
like,
that and the ability to say, I collect records.
It is a little bit, but like, but that's
That part unfortunately drowns
in
out
Austin,
the
it's
part
fine.
Trevor's talking about. You get people like that. But then you get Trevor going, no, it actually makes sense. Don't let this guy ruin it.
It's like I'm a connoisseur.
Right. He's confused, but he has the spirit. Now, you're talking about like car differences. That's one pet peeve that's always bothered me. Is
Pet peeve.
If I play my music pretty loud, so I'll like, I've ruined a few
You play
speakers.
fucking everything loud.
I do.
Everything loud.
I've ruined a few speakers in my day, especially in the car.
Two rooms
old
away. It's like,
man.
oh, Lindsay's watching Great British Bake Off.
Hell yeah, I am.
It's like, no. I walk in the room and I go, it's so loud.
the room over. You're like, I
Dude,
hear the way it should be.
It's a soggy blossom.
Dude,
What is going on in here?
Yes. but
Seriously.
Because of that, I've absolutely blown some speakers, and I'm like,
you
I
can
can
tell the
hear
difference in
I can hear the distortion, but I'll bring it in to get repaired, and I'm like, hey, I'm missing like this speaker's clearly broken, and I've talked to people at the repair shop. They're like, I don't think so. Like it's playing music. I'm like, you don't understand. I can't hear this one part of the song, and I just want to hear this part of the song. So I know it's broken. I know it's broken.
Where's that? You understand?
Well, that's like a thing. And Fredo, I would love to have you do this because basically what you're saying, Lindsay, is there's websites that can quiz you on like, can you identify which is the MP3 file and which is the FLAC file. And there's something also in between, I think, or based on bit rates. And a lot of people can't really tell. That's fair. That's fine.
No,
but
it's
like,
totally
it sounds
fine.
like Lindsay, you could also.
It's just my
tell
anal
the
retention.
difference.
Well, a lot of it too is also just like a lot of people just have standard headphones. You know what I mean? And like, it's kind of good that you do because once you like put on like I gave Jackie my earbuds running through my IEMs running through the DAC and running through like a master audio file, and then she was like, "Oh fuck," and I was like,
You can't go back, huh?
Sorry, that's how music sounds."
Eyes wide open, you know, like it's been revealed.
Yeah, watch
What I
Rick and
do
Morty or
is-
no? I just think about the Rick and Morty
dabble.
episode. With the perfectly flat area.
No,
Yeah.
I
And
think
he's
about
like,
that
no.
sometimes. And I go, he stands up. No, I want to go back.
So true.
What I do is like broadcast always wants, like whenever we give audio to it for like 24 hertz, but I export it at 16 and then I just rename it 24 and see if they can tell the difference.
It's like a post-it. They pull it up and a post-it note shows up.
And it's
So you like chaos, do you?
tell the difference?
A little bit.
I've been giving you 7 hertz.
You know my level of chaos.
Yeah,
So,
chaotic good.
Yeah.
You're like,
Neutral? Yeah, I don't know where Michael falls there. Like,
You
let me know.
get down like a rabbit hole because then different earbuds have different flavors and styles. Like you might have some that
lick 'em.
like focus more
Don't
on
eat your
the
head bass.
instrumentals or more bass heavy.
Yeah.
Some that are more vocal heavy, and so like
Like the bass.
So I have my pair of headphones that are like pretty flat. And then I'm looking at some headphones that might be more punchy, you know. And so
You can also use the equalizer to complement that frequency range, right? So if the bass is low, you can like, meh, 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 and then you undo the treble a little bit. Yeah. I do that when I get in. Well, I've had my car since I could drive. So like, but when I get
it.
Yeah, turns out. So like, I get in there and I tweak it just a little bit to complement, the sound set. Get as close as you can to like God.
I have arrived in heaven.
I did have a couple dumbass times because I do the same thing where I boost the bass and like shift the fade of the audio depending on if I'm in the front seat or the back. But I had one time where I was escorting some people to the airport and I put all the music like energy into the back. I'm like, back speakers, you guys are having a good time back there, okay? And then I forgot. And a couple weeks later, not even a couple weeks later, I was like, why the fuck is it so quiet up here? Like, come on, let's go. And I'm like, oh, I'm blasting the back seat. No one's
They're
back
like
there.
vibrating.
you just see Liz. You're curious. He's in the front seat, turning the audio. The back's like.
Why is this so quiet?
Thing's
Or you have
broken.
people like there's many times you have people like one of my really good like friends from high school, Tim Geddes from Kind of Funny, who has a fucking Prius with a subwoofer that takes up his entire trunk.
Why?
So what's the
Fucking
diameter of that thing?
That's awesome.
I mean,
Like a 20?
He can.
Or
he
more?
can maybe fit a couple things in his trunk. That's it. Like his trunk is all subwoofer.
That's
After all that
awesome.
bass in there.
Prius, and
Well,
that's
at a
always
certain-
been his goal. He's like, I want a Prius, and I want a fucking kick-ass.
Here's what you need. You almost need that thing isolated and suspended like a microphone would be, so it doesn't. Because like one thing is, once it gets so loud or so bass heavy, it starts to rattle pieces of the car.
Oh, yeah.
And that then backwards ruins the sound because you got that rattling of the
Yeah.
plastic.
That's how I find
and
all my
windows
trash.
and-
Yeah, there it is.
I hear a little.
Oh, it's a quarter hanging out.
There it is.
Thirsty?
No, I'm rattling and also.
Oh.
No.
Oh my God.
It's
You have to tell Goofy what that
So
means.
4:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're overtime. We're really cannibalizing
really?
time from the post team.
Oh,
I was
sorry.
giving, no, that's. Trust me, they're not ready anyway.
I just say it.
I was giving Lindsay looks when it's 4:30 and they started telling a news story.
Yeah.
And Alfredo was. I was just doing this for about
I
2
knew
minutes.
he was quiet, but I was like, he's the parent.
And I just kept staring at. We have a little
gonna
clock
keep
down
you
there, just so the
naughty.
audience knows. There's a clock down
Yeah,
there,
this
and I
is
was
my
going
fault.
like this.
If I slouch, I don't
And I was
see it.
waiting to get a
Yeah,
slack
you're
from
naughty.
Tyler
We're all
saying
naughty.
we're over. Anyway,
Also,
that's
Goofy's
it.
so considerate. Don't
That's
worry
off
about it.
topic.
Come on.
Yeah, no, it's their fault.
Yeah.
You're fine.
No, it's on that sword.
You know, it was okay. It was fine.
We got through it.
I hope
Yeah.
you had an okay time.
Dude, I'd say if someone said, "How's the podcast?" I'd go, "It's pretty good." It was all right.
Yeah. I had a great fucking time. I'll tell you that right
See,
now.
That's wise. On
You know, hey,
Sorry,
dude.
bro. Sorry.
No, but
High
it's just
energy
like,
is what you're gonna get.
that's
you know?
why. That's
run it
why
back.
you know, just like
It's all
10
right.
years later.
You know?
Yeah.
10 years later, it's pretty good. I could do with a nap.
Like a nap segment.
Dude, I came in today.
Welcome to the Nap
I came in today, and you
podcast.
guys
I'm
were
just
finishing recording, and there was a point I was just standing there. Sarah was like looking at me, and I was like, "What?" I'm just looking at Sarah, and then you walked over, and it was just the three of us all standing there, just looking at each other, me you and Sarah, and you're like, "What's going on?" And Sarah's like, "I don't know what's going on." I was like, literally just standing here, and
stop.
and just go, "Okay," and then I just zipped off, and I just went, "I'm tired." That was it.
Actually,
it
fell asleep
literally walked over like you walked over like, "Oh, what are we talking about?" I'm like, "I'm not talking to her. She's just I don't know why she's standing there looking at me. I have no idea. I'm just standing here."
Now I have to leave with this.
Oh, look,
But
we started
anyway.
a story and then.
Right.
Well, that's why I wrapped it up neat.
And now you segued it perfectly for me to say, check out episode 500 of Minecraft. It's out now. Ooh. Kai worked very hard. She rocked it.
Hey, we're live.
One today.
We love Kai.
Throughout the week of RTTV. If you're watching right now, stick around for post-team does stuff with Game of Life 2. is what they're playing. Goofy, thank you for joining us.
It's been a pleasure, guys.
Yeah, it's awesome having you here this week
Love
as well.
any anime chat.
Yes. More anime chat.
That was anime
We'll teach
heavy.
you.
I didn't even get the whole cap off. Like I have so much to say. Yeah.
We'll go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd say get out, but you should watch the post team. But we're gonna leave now, so bye.